16 is an age when one's enjoying being youthful and vibrant. But for me, after a week of continuous fever, my battle against illness began. This was the turning point in my life. Hello everyone, I am Ho Ai Wei. My family embraced Nichiren Buddhism because my younger brother encountered health problems when he was born. I joined SGM Kibo Kotekitai when I was 8 years old. From the age of 14 to 15, I was rebellious. I skipped classes and had conflicts with my parents. I did not join SGM activities. I also caused worry to others. At 16, I was diagnosed with systemic lupus erythematosus (SLE). This illness will cause the body's immune system to attack the organs. It is incurable. It can only be controlled by medication. It was hard to accept and face it. My condition at that time was so serious that the doctor told my parents to prepare for the worst. However, my parents were unshaken. They remained calm and just smiled, encouraging me all the way. With the Daimoku support from SGM members and through the training and study in the SGM organization, I realized that it was my karma that I had to overcome and face myself. Those who believe in the Lotus Sutra are as if in winter, but winter always turns to spring. I bravely accepted the truth with a strong life force, upholding the motto given by SGI President Ikeda to the Kibo Kotekitai: clear target, never give up. I moved forward cheerfully. This changed my perspective of life, value, and happiness completely. The battle against illness was very tough. For each relapse, the symptoms were different. With a swollen body, it was very hard to move around. The muscle contractions in my whole body was very painful. Furthermore, my epiretinal membrane formed prematurely, resulting in blurred vision. The most serious symptom was the self-destruction of the red blood cell, causing difficulty in breathing and abnormal paleness of the entire body. I often needed to get admitted for blood transfusions. Having been through different relapses, I became stronger in spirit. I took on every new challenge with a solid determination. This made me stronger and filled with absolute faith. I used to be afraid to embrace my dreams and had no hope of finding love. But when I overcame my illness, I also achieved victories in my studies, career, marriage, and human revolution. At the age of 34, I went through a life and death challenge. At that time, my red blood cells began to rupture continuously and indices dropped to 2.2. For women, the average red blood cells index is 12 to 15 grams per deciliter. I could feel that I was losing my consciousness. The pain I felt at the back of my head was like being hit by a hammer. I began losing my consciousness and my body became colder, as if life was coming to an end.
At that moment, I held Ai Wei's hand. That time was really cold. Tightly, I chanted near her ear and called out to her strongly, "We have mission to accomplish together. We must overcome this. You must stay awake. Don't pass out." As we used to chant strong and powerful Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, previously, this section must have awakened her inner nature by instinct.
I heard Nam-myoho Renge Kyo being chanted into my ear. There were the voices of my mom and husband.
She slowly opened her eyes and started to chant softly. That was a true manifestation of Myo, means to revive. I could feel the greatness of Nichiren Buddhism. How boundless!
I gradually regained my consciousness. I decided there and then to become healthy, to transform my karma into mission. I personally experienced and proved with my life the teaching from the Gosho. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo is like the roar of a lion. What sickness can therefore be an obstacle? After my condition stabilized, I felt so fulfilled every day. I used to work as a commercial illustrator. I occupied myself with drawing. I copied passages from the Gosho, the writings of Nichiren Daishonin, and Mr. Ikeda's guidance with the intention to encourage and bring hope to fellow patients, their families, the nurses and doctors. Our ward transformed into a place full of hope, laughter and cheerfulness. All of us were determined to battle against our illnesses. My husband recalled what he once told me. No problem, let's challenge together. It was much easier said than done. But when he witnessed my unwavering spirit, courage and hope in advancing forward, he was motivated to uphold his conviction in faith and fight the battle together. At that time, the doctor told us his worries. He had exhausted all his medical and treatment strategies. For a full recovery, we would have to hope for a miracle. At that moment, I responded to him, I do not want to wait for a miracle to happen. I want to create a miracle with you, doctor. My words boosted the doctor's confidence to manifest wisdom and prescribe the correct medication. When my mom visited me, she encouraged me. Do you like to receive presents? How do you feel when you receive presents? I answer, everyone loves to receive presents and will surely feel very happy. My mom then said, that's right. Let's treat all challenges and obstacles as presents. Let's accept them with great joy, face them, overcome them, and conquer them. After overcoming this challenge of life and death, at the age of 43, I faced another challenge of illness. The doctor told me that I had cancer, a rare stage 4 skin cancer, and the cancer cells had spread to the nearby lymph nodes. This called for a surgery and 33 radiotherapy sessions. Furthermore, it was diagnosed as osseous metastasis, where the cancer cells had spread to the posterior left sacrum, scapula, and back ribs. I wasn't afraid at all because I had the great Nichiren Buddhism and a great mentor in life, Mr. Ikeda's guidance and the support from a good organization, the SGM. This was a crucial opportunity to transform my karma. Someone once asked, did the doctor tell you how long you are left with? I said that I had never thought of these questions, as waking up every day was a bonus to me. Instead of counting my days, being able to wake up every morning, I feel grateful to be able to take a deep breath. This is because I have gained another day, another new start, changing from people who are safe to people who save others. At that time, these osseous metastasis cancer cells coexisted peacefully with me. Being ill did not stop me from sharing Nichiren Buddhism with many others and sharing hope, care, and encouragement. I vowed to challenge and conquer them till the end. I must repay my gratitude and become healthy, strive alongside my mentor, and take action for the happiness of others. I must change this poison into medicine. My whole family took up the challenge together in chanting abundant Daimoku with absolute faith. I returned to the oncology department for a follow-up. The doctor gave me good news. The cancer cells in my body had been totally cleared. I could not believe what I had heard. Tears of great joy flowed in my heart. Over the years, through the unwavering spirit to never give up, I can deeply understand my mentor's guidance on faith for health and a long life. I also feel the greatness of Nichiren Buddhism and the power of Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, turning the impossible into possible. I deeply feel the joy of victory. I can even feel that I'm healthier and younger than before. I resolve to do my best to help those who are suffering, to create actual proof of happiness and victory together.